Hello, my name is Arbine Mwizerineza and I'm working on a project called Electronic Health Records. So, in this generation we are in, technology is reigning in every domain. So, healthcare also has adopted that technology and it is nowadays using it in all activities. So, I'm going to talk about how technology is being used in healthcare system, as in the system called electronic health records. So electronic health records are like real-time patient-centered records that make information available instantly and securely to authorized users. So in this system, they use they use the platforms, and every patient has his own, and they use them in order to be ready to see their information and to check their history of life. So those electronic health records are important because they reduce medical errors, they facilitate quick communication, as everyone can see, everyone who is authorized can see such information anytime, and even it can be accessed outside of the office. So nowadays there is no need of using offices too much, because even there are emergencies, so this information can be accessed and useful in case of emergencies. Not only this, but it also reduces the storage for paper charts. So this saves space and money. Instead of storing many papers, they store this information on those sites, and they eliminate even transcription costs, as transcription is also done, as it will be seen after this introduction. So I'm going to talk about the components of electronic health records that directly support clinical care and administrative process. So starting from clinical care, in the clinic there are many activities that are performed there, and electronic health records has components that can help the electric clinical care. Among these, there is pharmacy system and laboratory system. So after consultation, a doctor may need the patient to go in the laboratory for some tests, and this laboratory system consists of capturing results from lab machines. So those results, after performing the experiment or the test to the patient, the results are kept and are secured using laboratory system. Pharmacy system also consists of using like prescriptions from the doctor or the nurse, in order to help pharmacists to provide medicine assigned to the patient. So when the doctor has already understood what's wrong with the patient and is writing the medicine, he or she uses this pharmacy system for writing for prescription. uh, those components have importances. Let us start from importance of pharmacy system. This system enables the pharmacist to see where, or to see what is really written, because patients cannot lose their prescriptions as they are directly sent to the pharmacist via this system. This is a big importance in terms of like saving time and avoiding different medical errors, because while using like an analog method, a patient or a doctor may have a bad handwriting, and it's difficult to the pharmacist to see what really the medicine is, as there are even medicines that have similar names or names that are almost the same. So this reduces medical errors which can arise from that fact. And importance of laboratory system: first of all, it reduces medical costs, caused medical errors caused by poor penmanship of physicians, uh, because like order for laboratory tests, radiology, physical therapy, and so on, are entered in a computer rather than doing it on a paper. So it is clear for the people working in laboratory to see what is really going on, to see what they need to do with the patient. Even there is improvement in quality care provided to the patient in terms of tests, medicine prescribed due to the results tests, and even checkups to see the progress of a patient. So you can see that those two components directly support clinical care, as in uh, tests, drugs are made. It is made easy for the people working in healthcare system to see what is really needed. Uh, this pharmacy system and laboratory system have some limitations. So, because of high trust of electronic health records, some errors that may arise from prescription or diagnostic errors are not significant. So nothing can exist without some errors for sure. Even though it is electronic, there are some errors. So people who trust them a lot may face some problems because they ignored that there can arise some errors. And those errors may even contribute to the delay of patient cure, because when they have performed the wrong test, or when they have prescribed the wrong medicine, a patient cannot be cured easily. Sometimes even an order of medicine can be sent inappropriately and cause pharmacists to give inappropriate medicine, which can even later cause some adverse drugs event. So those are limitations to this clinical care electronic health records component. Let's now go to the administrative process. So even in administrative process, in a process of dealing with patients, but not in uh, clinical care, like in leading, in controlling, electronic health records also contribute. Let me first start by billing, which is used to capture all charges, which is used to pay all the costs, which is used to gen which is used to capture charges generated in the process taking care of patients. So this billing system is used to pay and to see the cost in general, and it has the importance of reducing the cost of healthcare services because it is done easily in electronic manner. The costs are reduced, and even it reduces some financial errors and avoid worries about unfair pricing of medical services. So in this case, uh, all the tests or the services offered at the hospital, their prices are already entered in the system, and there is no worry of unfair pricing or financial errors. So this increases even the trust for the healthcare providers, because patients are sure that they are being priced at the right price. So not only billing, but also there is what is called pre-visit or appointment. Before going to see the nurse or the doctor, it is better to have already an appointment with him or her, because this system enables the patient to go to see the doctor the day that they scheduled. Most of the times patients go to see the doctor and they say he is not around, but this pre-visit or appointment system will enables the patient to go by being sure that he or she will see the doctor, and it reduces even the wastage of time. So, using electronic health records have different limitations. Um, because this is done fine online, and there is need of money of for sure, of course there is need of money to establish to all the systems, to build the webs those platforms for the patients, and financial issues including adoption and implementation costs, uh, or loss of revenue associated with temporary loss of productivity, all this contribute to the limitation of this healthcare system. And even uh, there is a need of software or converting paper charts to electronic ones, and even training the end users, because when there are some users who know how to use them and you engage other users, there is a need of training. So all of this is needs funds. So the lack of funds is the first limitation of using electronic health records, especially in developing countries. So there is even risks of patient privacy violation, because patient information is exchanged at a high extent from doctor to doctors. Uh, some patients are not sure that their information is still private. They have worries about uh, some confidential information. Another limitation is lack of skills, as in this needs a high skilled labor, and training those people can even last long, and it limits the implementation of electronic health records. So when we integrate administrative and clinical areas, electronic health records work better. First of all, as administrative care or administrative domain or administrative area, help like scheduling, like help billing, helps patients information uh, to be seen by the doctor. When we integrate this, the patient information is preserved, and even it helps health services to be quick and cheap. For instance, if there is a problem of costly reductant tests that are ordered because one provider does not have access to the clinical information stored, another provider's location is resolved by integrating both clinical and administrative area. So when we integrate clinical and administrative area, this services becomes quick and cheap. Another importance is that um, there is a pro there is it provides the latest information about a drug or cost referring. When a patient is allergic to some medication, there are alerts for drug interactions and other potential patient issues that are flagged by the computer. So like uh, when there is a patient is allergic to some drug, and while prescribing his or her medicine, the machine just give a sign that that patient is not allowed to take such drug, and this can decrease adverse drug events. It even increases the quality of care, because right things are done at the right time, and people and at the right people, and there are the best possible results. So the quality is now enhanced, and everyone is sure that he or she is getting at least the maximum quality needed. Not only this, but also it reduces the wastage of resources, such as equipment, time, energy, and so on. For instance, when there is a record of some tests, and at the history of a patient, there is no need of repeating the test, because the records are already registered in the machine. So all this will result to the better quality of care in general. So as you can see, uh, technology is nowadays helping healthcare system to advance and to be better than it was in the past. So I encourage everyone who can be able to use this system to go on and approach experts, so as he or she can get better quality of healthcare services. Thank you very much.